This is the PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. We now interrupt your regular scheduled programming for the following sports special. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast, retransmission or other dissemination or the use of this broadcast, descriptions or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the National Association of Professional Racing Leagues Incorporated is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Welcome to the PCSRA Paddock Pass Show. We're glad that you're here to start a new journey of the PCSRA as the chase for the 2021 championships begin. Welcome to the PCSRA Paddock Pass on the PCSRA Radio Network as we get ready to bring you all the racing for the 2021 season. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic Drive-Ins, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage all of you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, for the greatest show on earth from today's episode of the PCSRA Paddock Pass from Yukon, Oklahoma, here's the voice of the PCSRA, Daniel Voiles.
And hello and good evening and welcome out here to Triple P. Before we get to our national anthem, we have some very sad news to pass along to all of you so far. Yesterday, the NASCAR community lost a true friend this past week with the passing of Eric McClure. He was 42 years old. Eric McClure was a veteran of the NASCAR Xfinity Series and was a great friend to all of us and one of the best friends that we could have ever had on any day, shape, or form. With that being said, please join me in a moment of silence as we remember Eric McClure and also remember the people who lost their lives back in 1999 and more on this day today. Thank you. Now please be outstanding for the national anthem of the country of Egypt. And thank you to the Amirmuaz, as you can go away and shut up for 5 seconds, phone. Let me go ahead and get into the Paddock Pass VC. As let's say, alright, so, okay. So while we are going to, while we're waiting for the panelists to come in and join us, Few announcements, as I said before last night. Hashtag end autism hate and also end autism bullying as far as that's concerned. So, by the way, welcome to the I Love Hugging Nathan Orman edition of Triple P, as we are really, as David had to start up the December holiday part. But anyway, I'm Dean DeVos here in our PCSRA studios. We are really excited, really looking forward to, and we're ready to have a great show and honor, Eric McClure and also the people who lost their lives on this day in 1999. The assembled expert panelists are ready for their insights, analysis, and all that good stuff, and even talk about, are you glad to have a great Pepsi Blue? That's what you all know. That's what you all know. If you know what it means, so that's going to be fun here today. Right now, got nobody joining, but everybody is on their way over here, as we want to welcome to the program Zachary Taylor, driver of the M&M's Crispy Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. How are you, Taylor? Okay, how fitting is that you drive that car in NR Gen 3, and what's your picture? The M&M's Toyota. Coincidence? I think not.
Well, I'm just happy Rowdy won someday.
That's the 2015 one, FYI.
Yeah,
Well, I knew you were going to switch it over, so it's not like I'm mad at you for anything, but yeah. Before we get started, Taylor, first of all, what is your reaction to the death of Eric McClure, a driver who ran so many seasons in the Xfinity Series? What's your reaction to hearing the passing?
Well, to be honest with you, I was pretty surprised about it. Obviously, he's been dealing with some health issues and stuff from what I've heard over the past few years. So what I heard is part of the reason why he stepped away from racing. So, obviously, that is something that we wanted to hear about Eric McClure passing away. But, it is pretty sad to hear that. And, being a former fan of his when he was racing, but most definitely thoughts and prayers to all of his family and friends that knew him.
Yeah, and not just that. And by the way, if anyone's asking, that's the old Hefty scheme, because we always know Eric McClure always ran the Hefty car. That's why we have his old Xfinity car from, I want to say that's 2009, if I am correct. Even though it says nationwide, but it's Xfinity. But he's been also had he's been had a lot of injuries. He got injured, as I said yesterday, got injured at Talladega in the Xfinity Series race on a green-white checker, which we're thankful there was safer barriers, or else he would have died a lot sooner than later. And he's been dealing with a lot of health issues, and somebody said yesterday he died in a car wreck. No, he didn't. It had health issues that came back to haunt him. So, as much as it hurts. It hurts for his. He left behind. Let me pull something up real quickly. Do you know he had a daughter? Did you know that?
I think I do remember hearing something about he had some kids.
Let me tell you. Okay, personal life. He had a daughter, is what somebody said. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. We do, like I said, we do send our condolences. Of course, he also not only raced in Xfinity, he also ran some races in the Cup Series, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Yeah, he had a daughter, is what I saw. He had a picture of his daughter, if you know what I mean. So, of course, he was. Yeah, his last start in the Xfinity Series was in 2016. So, I mean, you know, that's something that's really sad. And you know, yeah, it was. He had like 7 daughters, is what he had.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you know, that's really sad to hear. That's a bad way to lose, especially when we're coming up to the June holiday, which I'm not supposed to say, but you know what I mean, to celebrate dads, and you know what I mean, to celebrate dads, and you know, it's really tough, you know, if you ask me. So, but you know, our condolences go out to his family and friends, and you know, I wish the family best of luck in their future endeavors. So, R.I.P. Eric McClure, you will be missed, and that's why we held a moment of silence for Eric McClure. Also, today is the anniversary of the May 3rd tornado, which I was born. Yeah, okay, so here's what it says. Marilyn Everly Mary McClure, yeah, that's a lot of daughters he has. Sheesh.
Wow.
Would you like me to send you a picture?
Go for it.
This is not a roast. Check your DM. This was how many kids he has. Look at that. That's insane. That was before he had his... Can you believe that? Managing 6 girls?
Wow.
Yeah. That's like... deal, so... R.I.P. Eric McClure at the age of 42, and as I said, NASCAR held a moment of silence in memory of McClure, so... that's a lot of kids, I can tell you, and, you know, I feel bad for that family. Now it's all girls, but, you know, we're all thinking about them. On a better note, let's go ahead and, as we honor Eric McClure, today on Triple P, we're going to recap the Kansas weekend, which Zachary Taylor smacked not-clothed Cody Smart with a chainsaw. Taylor. Okay, that is accepted. Not accepted if he tries anything.
All I can say is Cody's gonna kill you.
He killed his wife? That's not nice. Okay, first of all, let me get rid of the results from last week, as who the hell decided to... Okay, I'm about to smack PlayStation because I did not ask for notifications to be turned on, you derping lizard. And I will use Zachary Taylor's hammer to smack it with it. So. Okay. Yes, the best part of all this, it's on the stream, so. Which, I'm amazed it's taken us this long to even discuss that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, okay? But, yeah. You know, one of these days, you know, I would like to see one of Eric McClure's daughters race in NASCAR one of these days, if you know what I mean, so. Okay, let me get to my agenda real quickly. I guess not clothed Warmy's at the strip club having sex with his piranha girl. A girl that's dressed up as a piranha. I need to add something in there. 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 Not accepted if Cody tries anything. Okay. Oh no, Cody's here! Oh no! Oh no!
Trust me on Danny, he has not
been ejected.
Okay, not being ejected is accepted.
Okay, real quick. You want to know what Danny said?
What did he say?
Okay, first, Danny said I was smacking you with a chainsaw, and then I said Cody's gonna kill you, and then Danny said Cody killed his wife. Okay.
And by the, can I say something real quick? December holiday for David and my new BHRA server. Which, by the way, if you guys want to join that server, click the link.
Give him that point. Yeah, he said silent night.
Okay, technically that should be a December holiday for you, Taylor.
He was saying, I actually said December holiday, Taylor.
Okay, first off, before we get to recapping, Cody, what is your reaction to the Eric McClure death?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, with that age, and I try to find out what his cause of death was in particular, but since we got nothing, and there's been no autopsy yet, something tells me it's natural causes, but I pretty much doubt that said it. It's like well, I actually can take a couple of guesses, actually. The first guess is that he had some cardiovascular health scare that happened. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I think it may be some sort of, I don't know, cancer is more common in 50s than 40s, but it could still happen nevertheless, so that could be another thing that he pretty much had for a while. Or three, could be because of COVID-19.
Well, they said nothing about COVID-19. It might be other health that may have nothing to do with COVID. But did you know he left behind a wife and 6 daughters, Cody?
6 daughters? How did she got that many babies?
I sent you a picture in your DM, Cody. That's how many kids he had.
Okay, while you guys talk, I'm taking a geography quiz, only called it Not Fairy Tale Wise.
No, Cody's taking a geography quiz about what to do when not clothed Ormy is swimming in the lake and getting arrested by Chinese police.
Smack you for that.
Wait, Ormy smacked his daughter? That's not nice.
Here we go again.
Hey, I haven't done this with you guys lately the last couple of weeks because I've been doing this at night, so.
Fair enough.
I just want to get that out of the way. But anyway, let's go ahead and start recapping while we're at it. Starting with the F1 race from Portugal at Portimao, the Argov circuit. It was an okay race, I have to say. The only safety car we had, Kimi Räikkönen ran into the back of Antonio Giovinazzi, which that was a fun meeting at Alfa Romeo after the race. On the front straightaway, he got stuck in the gravel trap, brought out a safety car, and nothing else really happened as far as that's concerned, and Lewis Hamilton ended up winning the race and getting win 97. Coincidence? I think not. So the top 10 results for the F1 race, Lewis Hamilton the winner, Max Verstappen second, Valtteri Bottas third, Sergio Perez got fourth, good job for Checo, Lando Norris fifth, Charles Leclerc sixth, Esteban Ocon seventh, Fernando Alonso eighth, Daniel Ricciardo ninth, and Pierre Gasly completes the top 10. Only one driver out of the race, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty impressive, if you ask me. Then we go to Texas for the IndyCar races, because it was a double header. Sebastian Bourdais had an issue on his car as he was involved in a wreck. James Hinchcliffe had contact that forced him to retire. One of the it was either Rosenquist or somebody lost a right rear tire off the car, and the tire went flying. If you ask me, brought out a yellow, but how they kept the car going is beyond me. So, when it was all said and done, Scott Dixon took the checker flag, his first win of the season. So, Race 1 results for IndyCar from the Genesis 300. Scott Dixon, the winner. Scotty Mack got second. I don't think any of us in Triple P thought Scotty Mack would do well on an oval track, and, well, he smashed our expectations Saturday. Paddock Award third. We'll talk about Paddock Award, what happened yesterday. Alex Palou fourth, Graham Ray Hall fifth, Joseph Newgarden sixth, Jack Harvey seventh, Alexander Rossi eighth, Takuma Sato ninth, and Simon Pagenaud complete the top 10. But in race 2, it was chaotic. Start of the race, Pedro Fittipaldi got in the back of Sebastian Bourdais, triggered a 6-car pileup, which saw Connor Daly go upside down, slide across the start-finish line. He flipped. The car went back on its wheels. It collected Dalton Kellett, Ed Jones, Pedro Fittipaldi, Alexander Rossi, and Bourdais. All 6 of them were okay, especially Daly, because his car was upside down. And he was singing, and he was sliding on his roof and said, "I flipped it." So, James Hinchcliffe had a problem on lap 30 that took him out of the race, mechanical. Same with Jack Harvey, who lost an engine, if you ask me, in that regard. But Pato O'Ward becomes the first Mexican driver in, like, 19 years in IndyCar to win race number 2 at Texas. So the top 10 results in race 2 for IndyCar. Pato O'Ward, the winner. Joseph Newgarden second, Graham Ray Hall third, Scott Dixon fourth, Colton Herta fifth, Simon Pagenaud sixth, Alex Palou seventh, Scott McLaughlin eighth, Renus VK ninth, and Ryan Hunter-Reay completes top 10. I don't think, and you guys can, and I want you guys' thoughts on this, I don't think you guys predicted Scotty Mack would get 2 top 10s in his first oval races at Texas. Thoughts on that real quick? Taylor, I'll start with you.
I would have to agree with that. I mean, I don't think anybody expected Scotty Mack to do so well at Texas.
Especially his first oval race, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, especially with his lack of oval experience, I mean, he did a really good job, for sure.
Very impressive. What about you, Cody? I don't think any of us predicted Scotty Mack to have a good run at the oval tracks, especially this weekend.
Well, if I were to be fair with you, Danny, there are some certain tracks in Australia that involve high-speed turns. I mean, not the most famous one, but I think there's a couple of Australian tracks where they may involve a couple of high-speed corners. So
there's some in NR that I've raced at in Nura, but I see your point.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe that might have been where he got it from. Otherwise, if I had to take a solid guess, it may have came from iRacing, because if I am correct, Scotty Mack was a bit of a contender in the iRacing series for IndyCar.
Yeah. I think that's going to be another thing, Cody, we're going to mention, is that I wonder if he's going to start using iRacing to help him for the Indy 500 later this month. Because that is probably going to be his biggest race he's never raced at before. And Indy is really the greatest spectacle of racing, especially for the month of May, which we are in the month of May, may I remind you all. Which means I get to go ahead and say this and get this out of the way. Memorial Day. Yay! I can get away with that. Ha 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 ha!
Hey, let's not overdo it.
Okay, I'll just eat Cinco de Mayo. Back to the show. Oh, by the way, yummy.
Okay, what do you got? Spill it right now.
I got triggered.
I may or may not have a rowdy energy that I'm not sharing, as well as cheeseburger and tots that I'm also not sharing with you boys. Alright. Okay.
Yo, says Taylor. Oh, says Taylor.
Back to recapping, as we're now going to go and discuss Kansas. I think we're going to have a good discussion about Kansas as far as this is concerned. Starting with the Truck Series race, did not watch any truck race or cup race because of the fact that I was at work, and, well, I regret it not watching the race. But anyway, We had nothing happened in Stage 1. Kyle Busch won Stage 1 and Stage 2. First actual incident was the 98. That was this week driven by Christian Eckes. And the 42 of Carson Hocevar. Hocevar lost control. He spun his truck but saved it, but they brought out the yellow. Jennifer Jo Cobb's truck came to a halt. Looks like an electrical issue took her out of the race. And then Stuart Friesen and the 19 of... if I can find him on the results here, that would be... crap, where's the 19? Derek Kraus said it. That's who it is. Some reason he's not on the... Oh, there he is. Never mind, I went past him. Had an incident on the back straightaway as far as that's concerned. But Kyle Busch won the truck race. Yay. So the top 10 results for the truck race, and I want to point something out, and I don't know if Cody or Taylor heard about this, about the 19, which I'll discuss in a second. Kyle Busch won, Ross Chastain second, Austin Hill third, Christian Eckes fourth, John Hunter Nemechek fifth, Todd Gilliland 16, Smith 7, Rafael Lazard in eighth. We'll talk about him in the top story news. Johnny Sauter ninth, and Ben Rhodes complete top 10. Did you hear? Hi, Sam Davis. Did you hear that? There's been discussions, little rumors, that Derek Kraus's team could be a two-truck team next season. Do you guys hear about that?
Nope.
I think there was a little rumor. I was going through social media and I saw Derek Kraus may have a teammate next season. I'm like, bruh.
Hey, even if so, Derek Kraus could very much go to Xfinity with that team.
Oh, gosh.
By the way, Cody better not look at his knee.
What'd you do?
I'm taking the quiz right now. Yeah.
Cody's doing good on his quiz, okay?
Yeah, okay, dang. Bennett, why are you coming up with another fake boyfriend of yours?
Wait, where did he do that at? Not a roast, Taylor.
Okay. So, he roasted me on my DM, and so I smacked him, and then he smacked me back, and then I said, President abuse, and then he said, maybe Beatles abuse the president? That's not nice.
There's no... Okay, I'm going to say this. Number one, there's no such thing as Davy Crockett. Number two, that is definitely a fake name. And number three, Davy Crockett would be actually smacking Not Clothed Ormy right about now. And the best part of... Oh, I forgot to tell you this, Cody. The best part of Zachary Taylor saying a other holiday is that I got that on the stream. So... Then we go to the Cup Series race for the... I rather just call it the Busch 400, not the Bushy McBush 400, because that is like the most stupid-ass name you can come up with. But I rather call it the M&M's 400. That's what the hell I'd rather call it. Well, I'll tell you why in a second. Competition, we had nothing happened in Stage 1. That was won by... No surprise, Kyle Busch. Nothing happened in stage number 2. That was won by Kyle Larson. We had debris on lap 231. Then our first actual incident was Denny Hamlin cutting a tire after hitting the wall in turn 4. He hits the wall in turn 1. Then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got involved in an incident with Austin Cindric, making another start in the Cup Series. Then Christopher Bell lost control of his car by himself. He came down, collected Ricky Stenhouse and his teammate Ryan Preece, which I don't know how the hell the 37 continued. Or no, the 37 didn't continue on. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, it was a disappointing day because the NASCAR officials decided to R-ward the field, and Kyle Busch wins for the second time on his birthday, joining Cale Yarborough, if you didn't know that.
Okay, technically I should smack you for that.
No, I said NASCAR R-ward. But anyway, The top 10 results for the Cup race: Kyle Busch the winner, Kevin Harvick second, Brad Keselowski third, Matt DiBenedetto fourth, Chase Elliott fifth, Martin Truex Jr. sixth, Tyler Reddick seventh, Chris Buescher eighth, William Byron ninth, Austin Dillon 10th. Reason I said NASCAR award that is because of a controversy tire that happened during the middle of stops, which we will discuss that in just a second. So, gentlemen, what were your thoughts of Kansas as well as Texas? And Taylor, what's your thoughts on Portugal?
Well, I do have to say, I mean, we saw a lot of good racing happen. I will say that. We got to see Pato Award finally win an IndyCar, which that was pretty cool.
I'm happy for Patricia Award, if you know what I mean.
Petty Award was ejected for excess celebration.
No, you mean Mexico was ejected for excess celebration, Cody?
Yeah, Mexico was ejected for excess celebration and excessive rain.
Oh!
Hey.
To
stay away from.
Hey, Taylor.
Ferrari.
Hey, Taylor, not a roast, but check your DM. It's something to do with a throwback.
Stupid
Throwback.
Michael McDowell just released a throwback. Would you like to see it in your DM?
What?
Okay, you know Bill Elliott's... Stupid phone!
I may know what you're talking about.
Discord is about to get smacked!
And
It would not let me send a photo to Taylor, and I'm gonna go smack Discord with a chainsaw. Hang on a second. If not, I'll put it on Messenger. Give me 1 second. Let me see what the flip it's doing. And now...
That'd be a two-phrase.
Stupid phone! I'm gonna smack you if you don't stop. Here, I'll put it... Hang on, let me switch it back over to my other account. Give me a second. I'll just go ahead and put this here. There! I put it on Messenger. Because stupid flippin' phone won't want to work. I can't wait. Taylor's about to get ready to say a 2-word phrase in about 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's what Orby said when he pulled his daughter's pants down.
nice job. Now they're gonna report you for promoting incest. Nice job.
No, that would be Nathan Orman promoting himself. But that's a nice little throwback, if you ask me. So let's go over some top story news. As I documented in the Truck Series recap, Rafael Lizard has been replaced by... I was pinged earlier. Give me a second. I need to put the Wi-Fi on on this phone. That's probably why it's not letting me load shit. Weak security, my ass phone. If not, I'll just do it on here. So, as I said, no, that's the President's chat. I want the PCSRA server. Thank you very much. If this phone wants to load, please and thank you. Come on, Discord. I need you to load. Hang on a second. My freaking phone is being stupid. Here it is. Due to unfortunate circumstance, Rafael Lizard will no longer compete in the 24 for GMS Racing for the remainder of 2021 season. Information on the 24 entry will be announced at a later date. What's your thoughts about that, guys? Yes. So what's your thoughts about Rafael Lizard getting released, if you ask me?
Danny does, I might have to go smack Discord.
Discord! Do you want smack now?
I am.
So, what...
You might do.
Hang on. Give me a second, guys. My freak...
There you go. Think so.
Smack's Discord. Discord accepted. Not accepted if you try anything. Okay, as I was trying to say, so Rafael Lazar gets released from GMS Racing. Ryan Reed, who has a couple of wins in the Xfinity Series, is taking over according to Joseph Strigley. What's your thoughts about that, guys?
I'm gonna say that was a poor decision by GMS Racing. That was a very poor decision by GMS Racing. And here's why I say that. I understand that Rafael Lazar may not be as good as, say, Shota Creed or Zane Smith, but let's compare him to Chase Purdy real quick, shall we? I mean, comparing the finishes between the 23 and the 24, it is pretty easy to tell that Chase Purdy is not as close doing as good and better equipment I may add than how Brett Moffitt and some of the other past drivers did in the truck. Add an insult to injury, Rafael Lazar was actually doing better than him, so
yeah,
I don't know why they decided to be like, oh, we gotta fire the better driver. We gotta go fire.
Yeah, I don't agree about that. But let me know what you all think in the comments down below.
Let's be honest. If you take a look at the standings, it is very likely. It is very, very likely that. Okay.
It is very likely. Okay, Cody Smart 2021.
If you try that, by the way.
That should be going in the quotes chat.
Yeah, I said not accepted.
Watch Taylor put in the quotes chat anyway.
Up on the board. I was jinxing, so
Says next year I'm gonna start doing teasing points next year. By the way.
That would be hilarious. Anyway, back on topic. Right, comparing Rafael Lazar to Chase Purdy, if I'm correct, Rafael Lazar is actually ahead of Chase Purdy in points. If I am correct.
Let me actually pull that up on my other phone while we're in this discussion. Truck. Yes, I want Truck Series points.
Yeah, if I'm correct, I believe Chase Purdy is behind Rafael Lazar and probably the worst out of the team out there.
Alright. I have the driver standings pull up. Where are you? Chase Purdy. Well, the thing is, Chase Purdy's running a limited schedule. That's the problem.
Last I saw, Chase Purdy was running the full schedule this season, unless he actually did a DNQ in a race.
Let me see. You know what's really stupid? Grant Enfinger's only missed one race and he's 9th in points. Explain that shit to me.
Yeah, they say he's in the playoffs, but NASCAR forgot to disqualify him.
Chase Purdy is 22nd in points, according to the driver standings. And we were talking about
Rafael Lazar.
Rafael. He's 13th.
Yeah, that's what I thought. GMS, I got one thing to tell you.
GMS is so stupid as shit.
Yeah, and something else I'm going to say. Purdy sucks, Purdy sucks, Purdy sucks, Purdy sucks, Purdy sucks, Purdy sucks. Because he really sucks in the 23, and I think he's already sucking worse than Tyler Ankrum now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know why they decided to fire literally the medium driver. They literally...
Unless it was sponsorship issues, that would be my only guess.
Yeah, I mean, that would maybe be the only guess. But Rafael Lazar needs to get in the 44 this weekend, or he may as well kiss his playoff chances goodbye.
Speaking of the Truck Series, guess who's back in the Truck Series this weekend at Darlington? Eric Darnell is back.
Yeah, for Nice Motorsports. Watch him suck just like how Bill Lister suck.
TechNet is going to sponsor Corey Ripper at Darlington with a cool throwback that iRacing just put on there.
Yeah, so odds are, like, Rafael Lazar, if he wants to keep his season going on, there's a very good chance he's going to need to do something. And that something will very likely have to be going over to Nice Motorsports in the 44. Otherwise, he will most likely have to kiss his playoff chances goodbye.
Yeah.
Because here's the problem. Here's a rule that's stated by NASCAR, saying that all the drivers, in order to make the playoffs, they have to race in all the races in the schedule unless they get a playoff waiver. And as of right now in the playoffs, they technically should be on the board for a dirt point because Grant Enfinger did indeed miss one race. They count him in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that.
So that would be a dirt point for NASCAR because Grant Enfinger should actually be disqualified, and the driver who should actually be in the playoffs at the moment should be... Let me see, should be Taylor Smith.
Wait, Taylor, did you give an F word to Great Lakes, by the way?
Yes, I did.
He also said a bunch of F words in his server, not accept if you try anything.
How many did he say?
Would you like me to pull it up for you?
Let me get you like 30 or 40.
Oh, Great Lakes is doing a, tribute to, Eric McClure, by the way. For the DT Energy series.
Oh, no, guys.
Yes.
Guys, you want to know what's funny?
Yes.
Carson Eck is doing better than Chase Purdy in points.
Bruh!
Purdy sucks. Purdy sucks. Purdy sucks. Purdy sucks. Purdy sucks.
Nope, GMS Racing is trying to find the dead angel suck strategy to fire their drivers. You know what I mean. Taylor, what's your thoughts about the race weekend? Before we get off topic. While I have a drink of this. By the way, the flavor I'm having is strawberry lemonade, Rowdy.
Don't you mean a ravioli sauce thing? It doesn't hippopotamus?
But you get my point.
Anyway, that can get dirt point for that.
And I just belched.
Nice one of those. No belt.
Getting back on topic here.
My cereal.
I knew that was gonna come.
Okay, and plus, growing up, you to make
Oh my god.
Anyways, Cody's trying to make me use my voice over here. Get back on topic. Anyways, the Rafael Sarge thing, was a bit of a shock, to be honest with you. And like Cody was saying, I don't know why they fired a driver who was actually doing pretty decent for them.
Maybe something they know that we don't. Who knows?
Yeah, that could be. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if any more stuff comes out about it.
Anthony Alfredo is running an Alan Kawicki throwback this weekend. Are you okay? Taylor, you need to give Reese's an N-word.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
They said pretzels just look N-word and said now.
Yeah, probably have to give him a point for that.
Reese's is on the board. Eric Darnell will be racing for Nice Motorsports in the 45, if you're wondering. Ross Chastain is running the Jimmy Spencer McDonald's throwback from 1993 for the Cup race. What in the world? What in the world is my person doing? Good God. Quinn Hoff is running the John Andretti throwback, the RCA Dodge Chevrolet. Stop assaulting the door, or I'm going to assault the door for you. Somebody's playing assault the door over here. Oh, dinner's ready? Oh shoot! I didn't know dinner was ready. Dang, damn it! Yes, sir. Okay. Taylor. Hey, Taylor. Can I tell you something? I just looked at Lando Norris's. Did you want to hear about his points from his first 3 years in F1? Points at. Lando Norris's points after 3 races. 2019, which was his rookie year, was 8 points. Last year, 26. This year, 37. He's really stepped up his game, if you ask me. You just said it bad, Taylor.
Taylor, no, he needs to give himself a point. Don't count.
X.
Technically, that'd be a teasing point.
Oh God. Okay, this is off topic, but now I know movies through May 2023 for Marvel. There's going to be a new Doctor Strange movie next year. Oh God. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Oh good lord. I actually might need to save it on my phone. Yes, save. Anyway, let's rate the, I forgot to tell you this, rate the weekend. Taylor, what would you rate this weekend? I'll let Cody rate Kansas.
Well, I am going to give it the whole entire racing weekend a 10 out of 10. Of course he does.
Of course he does, because Kyle Busch won. No freaking surprise.
No. No, because, I mean, think about it. We did see really good racing.
No, I'm surprised he gave it a 10 out of 10 for Kansas because of Kyle Busch winning, not except if you try anything.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic over here.
Things are going down.
Exactly, Steven. Thank you for answering my question. What about you, Cody, for Kansas?
I wasn't able to watch the entire Cup race, but for the... Well, actually, I don't know if I watched either race, if I were to be honest with you.
Nice motivational belt, Steven.
I think if I did, I believe...
Oh, the best part about that, Steven, I just caught that on the stream, thanks to you. He belted.
To give the Cup race, I wasn't able to see, if I would be able to,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need to smack this in a minute. Okay, in terms of where...
Internal _ breed A, thank you for the follow.
For Cup, if I were to take an honest guess, I would possibly give it a 7 or 6 out of 10. I don't know. I wasn't able to see the entire stage 3.
For me, Portugal, as much as we've had one safety car, I'm going to end up giving it a 6. Kansas, the truck race, I'm going to give it a 6 as well. The Cup race, I was going to give it a 7, but I'm going to give it a 6. IndyCar, I'm going to give it a 9 because I did not expect some names that we normally don't talk about on ovals surprising us. So, let me check something else. As I'm checking,
You're checking on the Cody Smart Trigger rating? Okay.
Nice try.
Ryan Reed's gonna.
Taylor's right, accept it. Not accept it if you do anything,
Okay.
Taylor.
Forgot. Oh. Podchris, that's a dirt point for you. Corey Haim's not driving the 52 truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports yet, derping lizard. Cody is not ejected for excess celebration, is what you were trying to say. Podchris said, Cody, is that Lazard has been struggling to have sponsorship funding in the 24 is why he was released.
What was it?
It was funding issues, like money. That was the whole issue. So it had nothing to do with his performance. It was just funding issues for sponsorships because of his country, Canada, regarding about the COVID-19 situation. That would be what the whole deal was. Hey, Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
You know the driver named Terry Berryhill?
Mm-hmm.
Please welcome him back to the Xfinity Series. He's going to be in the 23 this weekend at Darlington. That's great to see Tanner Berryhill back in the in NASCAR. Since he'll be starting at the rear of the field, but oh well. Good. So happy for Tanner after what he's been through. He was supposed to run the Cup Series in 2019, but didn't happen. But great to see him back in the back in NASCAR, if you know what I mean. So, what's you guys' thoughts about the tire situation? Because NASCAR waited until the pit cycle was complete to throw the yellow. What's your thoughts about that?
Well, I can kind of see why they waited, since everybody was in the middle of pit stops when that happened. But at the same time, that was a very interesting call at the same time.
Yeah, it was one of those that makes me want to go. Do you want to throw the yellow or not? Because that was kind of one of those situations that's like, okay, I don't know if I want to throw the yellow or anything like that. What about you, Cody? Would you agree with that?
I'm sorry, what was that, Danny?
We were talking about the caution in the Cup race, that they waited until pit stops ended. Did you agree with that call, or do you think they should have thrown it sooner than later?
Okay, which one are we talking about? Because
it's the tire that got away in the Cup race, and NASCAR waited until the stops were completed to throw the yellow, which they should have thrown it, because Chris Buescher was really ticked on the radio.
I believe that was during stage 3, and which I missed. So
yeah.
I can't have an opinion on that since I missed the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like 40 laps to go when that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I left the house after stage 2 ended.
Ah, yeah. Taylor, what's your input on this? Matt DiBenedetto said, he was totally fine with NASCAR waiting to throw the yellow until everyone completed the cycle. I don't know if I agree with that. Ben Bayshore said, the way NASCAR has been calling races, he felt NASCAR wouldn't throw the yellow until the cycle is complete. It seems to me like there's too many judgment calls on this matter, if you know what I mean. There's too many judgment calls. I know it's going to be black or white, but you know, I just wish they would have thrown the yellow now, so that way those that got back, those that hadn't pitted yet would pit under the yellow, and then everybody that already pitted that are lapped down would take the wave around, if you know what I mean. So I don't know, but let me know what you all think in the comments section down below. Rocket League, by the way, has got a NASCAR car for their game. It involves Roush Fenway Racing, Stewart Haas Racing, Team Penske, Chip Ganassi Racing, Richard Childress Racing, 2311 Racing, Team Hendrick, JGR, and RPM Motorsports, which is Richard Petty Motorsports. Thoughts about that, Taylor?
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, for Rocket League, yeah. Let me go grab my burgers, and I will be back, so that way Taylor can sing a song.